some reason it had me looking at my curtains rather than at my stitching, which is a bit naughty. Okay. Hey everyone. Oh, I don't think oh God. Oh, what am I doing here? Let me just twizzle things about a little bit because I've got no room whatsoever. There we go. Hey guys, how are we all doing? Okay, I can see we've got quite a few of you in already. Just get rid of my sorry chaps, bear with. Okay, because I have to put it up on the big screen, otherwise I can't flaming see it. Okay, hello to Tracy. Early to let you know, but we'll be listening but not chatting much, working on Disney princesses. No problem at all, Tracy. With the clamps, you can't reach the keyboard very well, bless you. Hey Enid, Caroline, Jennifer, Elflamans, Caroline says your stitching is so beautiful, thank you. Hey Charlotte, Claire, Christine, Brittany, Senga, Patsy, Anna Karen, Jane, Viv, Cheryl, Sandy, Betty, and Alison. And Cindy too. And Jane says, hi Nicola and family and stitchy friends. Indeed, so we're all friends in here. Hey Maddie. Okay, hope we are all well. Well, we had a new start, didn't we? So we are continuing on this. Let me just show the mock-up. Excuse glare and fingerprints on my tablet, just to give it a little polish. Yeah, excuse glare and fingerprints, but we have started on this beauty, Rivendell Castle, stitching masterpieces, and I'm in the trees up here, and the girls are already off. So much for it. We'll be all right by your stream, Mum. Okay, so how are we all doing this evening? Hope we are all well. We aren't too bad. Had a good day today. Stepdad's been over for his dinner, and his daughter's been. I did a gammon for dinner. That was nice. We enjoyed it. Gammon can be a bit funny. It can be all salty and stuff, but it was lovely. Hey Lizzie. But yeah, we had a nice day, didn't we, love?
Yeah.
And the girls are upstairs. One of them's in the bath, the other one's on the computer, and they're just having conversations with each other. Yeah, but there we go. Okay, so it looks like everybody's doing well. That is great. So what are we all working on? So obviously for me, it's this beauty, Rivendell Castle. I'm doing it 2/1 on some 20 count fabrics for the same count as She Sleeps, and I wanted to do it on 20 count because of it's blended. So I needed an Ada. I didn't have an 18 count piece big enough. I think I probably had some 16 count, but that would have been too big. So I ended up with some 20. I'm hoping not to have a disco later. But yeah, just be warned. Maddie was very correct with her comment the other day. If anybody has epilepsy, just be warned. My camera has a mind of its own. And if you happen to see any sort of flashings, click and you're epileptic, sensitive, click off immediately. Cheryl's working on a Disney cross stitch. Patsy is still busy on the old craft room. Cindy's been busy taking a tick off the dog. Oh heck. Elephant puzzle. Adrian Chesterman's pain-free crafts for Sandy at 7.04%. Jen is also got the animals out and trying to catch a bat at the moment. So ticks and bats. Viv is back onto the pale open in Ecru Hell.
Sorry.
Go on.
No, it doesn't matter, it's fine.
Trying to finish the cross-stitch part of summer, says Hannah. Not sure if I'll get the back stitch done tonight. You do what you can. If you get the cross-stitch finished, let me know. We'll have a tingle. Mini Mystical.
The bell's out.
It is. Mini Mystical Cats for Jennifer. Liz has not been cross-stitching. She's had a sore thumb. Going to finish Alice's diamond painting. The diamond painting tonight. Hey Carla. Charlotte's not stitching at the moment. Already done a lot of stitching. Gail, hi Gail, is working on pointed fifth long dog sampler. Steampunk Owl for Cindy. Finished page 3 right after last Sunday's stitch. Finished page 3.
All right.
Oh, a little tinkle there. Maddie's doing her June bug butterfly, so has had a new start and is posting on Sew and Tell now. So yeah, a reminder, thank you Maddie, that Sew and Tell thread is open. So if you do want to pop a picture on, do so, and I will be going to Sew and Tell at about 8:15. Anna Karen is working on her June book tonight, and we'll be switching back to Symphony in a bit. Cool. Cindy says, thank you for the tinkle. I worked on Symphony myself this week. I've got over 25% now. Not sure how much. I've been, I did some stitches on Night Cafe as well. So, yeah, just busy. Alison's got a new start. Prehistoric wall painting of a horse by KPLX Stitching. My niece is completing her master's in archaeology. Oh, cool. Cool. Is it just people out there, or is somebody actually having a row? I think it might be just people. It's gone quiet now. So, yeah. So I started this on Thursday, released my Wednesday, did my stitch with me with it, released that yesterday. And I didn't want to put this down, I'll be honest. But I guess it's like everything with a new start. It's just all new and fresh and exciting, and you don't want to put it down. I got a project with blends, and I didn't know I had blends in it, so it's 25 count. I hope it won't be too uneven. Says Lizzie. Jen is currently working on Santa's house, having escaped to my room at friends. Group of us all together and lots of laughing. Hey Kay. We're just doing what you're working on. And don't forget to pop a pick in Sew and Tell. And how is your little Woofit? How is your doggo? So, yeah, I am expecting hopefully not such a busy week this week. So hopefully things are going to settle down a little bit at work. And of course, next week I'm off. So I've got 5 days to go. Hey, Natalie. Nothing for me, says Carla. My Gecko Rouge came different to symbol and the card threads for the PDF. Oh, heck. I'll be sending an email to Glenn. Outside in the pool because it's 36 degrees. Oh, enjoy. Kay's working on Dragon Eye Sal. Thanks for asking. She's having surgery tomorrow. Oh, bless her. Well, fingers crossed she comes through the surgery all good, and little Juno is back up to mischief in no time. To keep us updated, Kay. Thank you. I'll post a picky when she comes home later this week. Yes, you do. You do. Send our love to our little four-legged friends, our stitchy buddies. Oh, let me carry on putting this part thread in. I can find where it is. Caroline's working on Elephant Sunset paper chart by ZDMC and Born Free. Cool. I apologise for show and tell, says Maddie. I have 2 new starts and I had to comment under the first 3 times. Oh, no worries at all. We'll make sure we pick all of those up. It absolutely doesn't matter how many pieces you pop in on Sew and Tell. I'm really not fussed. If you want to show it off, you show it off. Oh, yes. Lauren did say I could talk about this today. So we both went to weight loss class on Thursday. I've lost another ½ pound, so I'm back to 6 to go. And Lauren has lost another 1.5, so she's now lost 10 pounds. And she's super happy with herself. The prom dress has been tried on again, and we are almost there. Almost there. I have to send and see what's happened. Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, he did that for me because I had a problem with Sophie Kilpatrick, one of my Sophie Kilpatricks, and he sorted it out for me. So he also sent me a gift voucher to say sorry, so you might get a gift voucher too. Hey, Kashi. Yeah, Lauren's super chuffed. She's worked very hard, to be fair, and what we've done is we've got a plan. The last couple of weeks, we're going to drive really, really hard the last couple of weeks before prom and get out walking as much as possible. And, you know, she's so happy with herself, though, I can't tell you. And it's hard enough to lose weight at the best of times, but, you know, having to do it when you're 16 and all your mates are there with, you know, spend all the time in Greg's and what have you, it's, you know. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Kelly. Oh, thanks, Jane. We get a bell.
All right.
Yeah, get a bell for me and Lauren. I will let Lauren know when she comes down. I'm pretty sure she'll be down in a bit because the telly's paused. So, how did everything go yesterday, Kelly? Did you have a nice day? Patsy signed up for a local Slimming World group, first meeting on Tuesday. Ah, cool. Yeah, the groups are definitely worth going to. You know, that image therapy and the support that you get is what really has kept me on track. I've been within the same ½ stone since Christmas, which is ideal, really. Kelly's hiding inside because the AC's been on since 8 a.m. Well done anyway. So thank you very much. Losing weight is such a discipline. I commend anyone who can stick to it. Yeah, it is. It is, but needs must. And certainly for me, it was a case of needs must. Yes, the party was great. Thanks for asking. Warm out, but a half decent breeze. Good to see most of the family. No worries. Dante Alice, hi. Hello and welcome. It's a name I'm not familiar with. Are you going to be a Dante or an Alice? I was going to call my middle daughter Alice. Then my ex-husband said her name is Victoria to the hospital staff. And I was like, where did that come from? Hi, Gail. How are you doing? I hope you are getting better as well. I know you've had a few problems, haven't you, lately? Bless you. Gosh, there's over 60 of you watching. That's not bad for a Sunday, is it? Oh, dear. Get rid of those. Right, okay. Back up here. What are we working on next? We got this one. Dante, one of my girlfriends is Alice, so it gets confusing. No worries at all, Dante. Today's high forecast is 34 degrees Celsius at 3 to 4 p.m. Blimey. Bit warm then. I just need a complete lifestyle change, says Patsy. I'm vegetating. The social part as well is really good. We have such a good laugh at that class, and that's half of the thing, really. You know, if you enjoy what, you know, being there. Hey, Joyce. Gail says she's doing okay. Cool. Already seen Dante's comment. I put one photo up on my Sunday in Sew and Tell. It's not a stitch bit of my hobby today. Cool. Doesn't have to be stitching. That's all fine. Yeah. So, yeah, nice to meet you, Dante. So tell us a little bit about you and where you're from if you feel comfortable in doing so. It's always good to hear. We've got people here currently from literally all around the world. We've got people in Europe, we've got people in the States, we've got people in Canada. I have people who join from New Zealand and Australia and so on and so on and so on. So we are a very international group. Okay, Dante, it's from the deep south USA. Ah, cool. Yes, Kelly, this is Rivendell Castle. Top left start, so I'm in trees at the moment. Yeah, Cindy's in New York. Hey, Jamie. Jamie's in Skegness. For those of you who don't know, it's a coastal resort here in the UK. Andy's here as well, Jamie.
I am.
Yeah, he's here with his tinkly bell. Come on, there you come. I'm not sure if I can be here for the entire live. Oh, no worries. If you do what you need to do, Lucy. Maddie's in Sheffield and a lovely group around the world, says Carla, who's in Portugal. And Kelly and Lizzie so far as well say hi to you, Andy.
Hi. Hello there.
Poor old Andy's had a bit of a bad back today.
I'm all right.
So I had to pester him to take some painkillers and make him sit in a comfortable chair rather than a hard back one for a bit, and it seems to have helped. Jamie says, tell Andy I've caught up with all the videos I've missed.
Okay.
Good stuff. Charlotte's in the Netherlands, Tracy in Canada. So yeah, as I said, they're Dante, some very international in here. Very international indeed. It's very nice actually that, you know, I get to talk to people from all over the world. I love it. And of course the group as well, it's exactly the same. Lots of people who are on this are in my Facebook group, which is called Simply a Stitcher and Friends. And it's always worth a peek in there. We get enabled and all sorts of shenanigans goes on. Stitch alongs and so on. We're all very interested in seeing what everyone's working on. Does that make us keen or just nosy? A bit of both. Jennifer is in Maryland. Norma is taking a break from stitching today and we'll just watch. Cool, cool. If you hear any weird noises in the background, my washing machine's on. The door is closed, but the machine's running, so you might hear some odd noises. Either it's just my stomach going off on one, as usual. Okay. This is a blended colour, so I'm trying to work all of it in because I don't have the thread card yet to put blends on, so, or spare threads on. So try and work the blends in, or the whole strand if I can. Gail is in Florida. Hey, Michelle. Been busy listing new releases online. Ah, cool. So if you are, where have you listed them, Michelle? Etsy. Hey, Laurie. Hola, Liz. I'm from Andalusia in southern Spain. There you go. Do I have spare thread cards? Yes, I just haven't dug them out and labelled them up. I've got the labels. It's just connecting label to card. I've got probably a dozen spare ones, so I've got no excuse really. It's just bone idleness, Patsy. And maybe some of Hannah's background noises, says Cindy. Possibly. Yes, that's the other thing that you do also have to get used to. Very well, I said very occasionally, not occasionally. If my last stitch with me was anything to go by, Hannah quite frequently will come down. Now Hannah's 23, my daughter, and Hannah quite often will announce her presence in an unconventional way. I've been wanting to do Rivendell Castle, but haven't figured out how I want to do the blended thread yet that works with my setup. Okay. So Dante, what's your fabric count preference? I guess that's the important question, because I'm doing this on 20 count, which for me, I will use 2 threads on. So for blending, it's dead easy. 1 strand of each, and I'm blending. But it depends on your thread count preference. No arguing today. It's not alive without a Barney. Nope, not today. Hopefully not. There was a small squabble earlier on, but it soon ended when Hannah and Lauren were trying to log into, Hannah was trying to log into a particular website, and Lauren had to go and help her do it, and it turned out that Hannah had the wrong email address. There we go. Hey Cheryl, how are you this evening? Toot toot, says Gail. Indeed. Yes, Hannah does announce her presence in an unconventional way. I said to her the other day, do you do that when you're at work? And she's like, no, I just wait until everybody's out of the room and then, you know, let it go quietly. And I'm, you can't do that at home then. Hey Enid. Okay, that will do it for that blend, I think. I don't want to play thread chicken today.
You're good at doing that.
I know, but I can't be bothered today. I could go a little bit okay. Right. Next colour is that one. Another blend. Okay. My first project, which I'm doing now, is on 16 count, but I want to do 22 or 25 going forward, so my projects aren't absolutely massive. Right, okay, so let me just take a drink. I'm thirsty as anything. Oh my days. Right, so on 22 or 25 count, the likelihood is that you'll be 1/1 full cross. Because if you do 2 strands, it's going to wind up quite bulky. So there's 2 ways of doing it. You could either go 2/1 tent stitch and have the 2 blended colours on the needle, or you could go 1/1 full cross and do the blend by you'd stitch the bottom half of the cross with the darker of the 2 colours and the top half of the cross with the lighter of the 2 colours. So you kind of do like a non-traditional sort of method of stitching. What I would say to you, Dante, is get a hold of, some tests, some small swatches of 22 or 25 count. Have a little play with the with those 2 methods and see really which one works best for you. It might be that 2/1 tent stitch works far better and that's the way to go, but you might also want to do it the other way. But you can also have a play and see how you feel about if you did want to go 2/2 full cross and see how you feel about the full thickness. But that's how I would do it. I would do a test run and see how you feel about it. Now, many years ago, there was some cross-stitch kits that had blended stuff in them. What do they call them? Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs?
Yeah. They weren't Margaret Sherry. Were they Margaret Sherry ones? Country Companions. Country Companions, hedgehogs. They had blended threads in them. But if it was like a watercolour style, it would say do the darkest colour on the bottom and the lighter colour on the top.
All right.
So, like I said, there's 2 ways of doing it. Cheryl says, I love Hannah. Not next Sunday, but Sunday after, Lizzie will be in Derbyshire. Oh, cool. Thank you for the information for working on 25 count, says Jane. Cool, no problem at all. That's how I would do it. But, when all's said and done, it's ultimate down to personal preference, and doing a little swatch and seeing how you feel about 1 strand and 2 strands will maybe the best way to go. If it's confetti heavy, then I would not be thinking about 2 strands. But, like I said, if you're going full cross, bottom half the darkest, or the darker of the shade, because these blends in Rivendell, they're quite close in shades. Some of them don't even need to be blends if truth be known, but there you go. Laurie will be right back. Mona, good afternoon, sweet friend. I love to watch you stitch. Hey Mona, how you doing this evening? Are you all right? Sounds like a plan. I prefer full cross. Kelly, from the 14th to the 21st, I'll not be able to, most likely, to catch anyone's live stream up. No worries, Kelly. You do what you need to do. Anyone going to Glossop will be round the corner from Michelle. Oh, good stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is on 20 count, and it's the piece of fabric that I've cut for this is 44 inches wide. So it's going to be a big one. And I've left 3 inches each side for framing. So I left a good margin. Yes, Liz is hoping to meet up with me. It depends on what's going on that week. Fingers crossed, all being well. But it's a particularly busy time because Lauren is about to leave school and she's getting ready for prom and everything else that's going on with it. So if we can, we will. We'll certainly do what we can. Some camping will be near enough to civilization for decent connectivity. Some camping out in the forest with no service at all or somewhat limited. Yeah. So let's just see where you end up at the right time. If you end up in the connectivity zone at the right time, May Kelly. But if you don't, they're all there on replay. So you can always catch up. Never a problem. So I'm telling about 15 minutes. So it's your notice to stick something on the thread if you haven't done so already. Then we'll all get enabled. Yep, says Kelly, I can catch up and do my uploads when I get back. Yep, you can indeed. Kay's off to make a coffee. No worries. He'll be back in time for show and tell, I'm sure. Poor old Enid this week has encountered somebody who has not been particularly pleasant in comments. Well, that's why I always moderate my YouTube comments. Make sure no spammers or bots can get through. But yeah, I'm being very fortunate. I haven't had grim comments, but no, it's not good. The people should be watching these channels for stitching, not to give opinions on people's personal feeling. But yeah, no place for negativity. We all should be uplifting one another in the cross-stitching world. This is why I have my group and the Sew and Tell and all the rest of it, so we can all uplift one another. You know, the more support that you know we get from each other at every little stage of our cross-stitching journey. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Mona says, hello, Andy and girls. Have a great day. Michelle's not put anything on Sew and Tell. There's not much done this week. New releases, hospital appointments, hubby's birthday, and a family funeral. Oh, yes, you were saying about that, Michelle. I hope everything went okay. And I know what we were saying about names. I hope names didn't get forgotten. After me making the absolute boo-boo of with my cousin the other day. 2 different trolls. Zoom 2 different times, no less. Yep. And Lizzie, you are absolutely spot on. Some people don't have a life. That much is clear. And when they're trashing a nice, like Ina says there, they're trashing a nice person, you know. And, you know, the comments were like, I could like your channel, but, well, but this person's design. Well, what's that got to do with Enid stitching? Enid stitching's beautiful. Just need to get a grip and get on with it. It's difficult to put yourself on the internet. You leave yourself open to keyboard warriors and trolls. Yes, absolutely, you do. But, you know, it doesn't give them, you know, the right to pick you apart, you know. But we have the right and the authority to block and delete. Andy's still blocked and deleted a few off your channel, haven't you, love? Some people very opinionated and saying to Andy, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, you should have done this, you should have done that. You know, and just being generally really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like they're embittered that they haven't thought of it themselves, so all they can do is just trash Andy for what he's doing.
I get a lot of it. I don't speak about it as often as I used to, but yeah, I've learnt to not say a word.
Yeah, just block and delete. Put a photo in a group for Hannah. Oh, thank you, Carla. She will point us to that. As Andy says, if they don't like it, make your own. Indeed.
Bruce people do watch to the end.
Absolutely.
I'm glad about that.
Oh, it's like on my channel, if somebody didn't like what I was doing, I mean, I get a dislike pretty much every video. You know, I have a phantom disliker who can, by the way, and I've got this phantom disliker, and you know, just let them get on with it. You know, but leave a comment, and your backside is blocked and deleted if you leave a comment that, shall we say, is unpleasant. Because I won't have unpleasantness. They're just jealous because they don't have the bottle to do it themselves, says Patsy. Yep. And as Michelle says, as they say, opinions are like a bottoms. Everyone has one, but some stink worse than others. True. I've deleted and blocked people before, says Kelly, but I also have a pretty thick skin and I'm too old to give a hoot about what people think. I have to do CBBS, I'm afraid. Yeah, I actually now just don't care. I do me. And, you know, you guys know who've been watching me for a while. You get it raw in my channel. The kids fight and bicker. Me and Andy chat. It's human interaction. It's family life and all the rest of it. You know, sometimes my floss tubes are chaotic. Other times they are serene and calm. You know, but you get it honest. And if you don't like that, off you go. I was so nervous typing about the epilepsy the other day, so it can come across as straightforward, and some people don't like that, but I care much about others too. Yeah, absolutely. And I hadn't thought of that, Maddie, and I was really grateful for that comment. I hadn't thought about that. So thank you. But, you know, I mean, there's a difference between a reminder like what you put in and somebody out and out criticizing. Oh, your work's all right, but I don't like the designer because of X, Y, Z. Excuse me. And, you know, poor old Enid's had to put up with some shiz this week. Again, polite word for it, shiz. And I just said to her, you know, because bless her, she sent me a message, and I said, just delete them, block them, delete them, have a nice life, off you go. Yes, and Andy have absolutely reasons if they don't like, make your own. Yes, I didn't until 3 days later. Yeah, I know it was a couple of days, Maddie, but I honestly hadn't thought about it because it's not something I'm affected by. So you flagging that up was like an eye opener for me. It was like, oh my God, I really should have thought of that. So thank you. Kelly, this is why I like your channel. It's real. You get me as I'm too. And if you don't like it, beggar off.
The CBeebies version of this stream is rather, I wouldn't say it's concerning, but it's certainly interesting.
Yes. I do not comprehend why the trolls come to my tiny channel in the vast universe of YouTube to attack a beautiful, kind person who, by the way, is not me, starting to enrage me. She's the last person I would ever think to receive hate. Yeah. And you know what, Enid? They don't have the front to actually go to the person directly themselves. They'll do it via yourself as a third party, as it were, which is, of course, as well in itself wrong. Because if they don't have the guts and the cojones, CBeebies, to actually, front that person themselves, and they have to do it via you, then that says far more about what kind of person they are than what kind of person you are.
You wanted the jingle in a minute?
In a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's get it ready.
Viv can think of some Billy Connolly quotes that would fit in. So can I. And the first one begins with an F and it ends in off. And it's said in a very strong Scottish accent.
Oh, dear.
Yes, Maddie. So Gail has epilepsy, so I'm pretty sure she appreciated the warning. I had someone like that who complained and lied to an organisation, Mencap Gateway. She said I'd messaged her and sworn at her, but it was the opposite way around. I got banned and now I don't have a social life due to someone lying. That's ridiculous. Coward Saul says, Patsy not worth much. And Vivi says exactly what I was thinking. Yes, I like Billy Connolly.
What a legend. What a legend.
He did some, back, when VHS was all the thing. He did some videos a few years back where, it was like a tour video. Because my ex-husband had pretty much every one of them in the collection. And Billy Connolly is one of those people that's quite happy to get his kit off in Scotland and dance around with literally nothing on, because it's true what they say about Scotsmen when they take the kilt off.
Yes, they don't have a great deal underneath there. Aye.
Yes. Speaking of Scotland, I saw a mini-series on Netflix that was set in Scotland, and it was absolutely brilliant. It's called Department Q. If anyone's seen it, oh my God, it was amazing. It was like 8 or 9 parts, and I sat and watched a lot.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Really, really good. Scottish murder mystery set in, I think it was based in Glasgow, but I could be wrong. So yes, Enid, if you get any more, just think of what Billy Connolly would say. It starts with an F, it ends in an off, and it's in a very strong Scottish accent.
Oh dear. Oh dear. He is definitely one of the guys who just does not give a rat's ass.
Oh, Catherine's coming in from Facebook and she says, hi all.
Hi all.
Oh, Carla, I've just seen that picture. She will enjoy that. Fish off. Yeah, it was really good, this thing, Department Q, and it has Kelly MacDonald in it, and Mark Bonner in it, and one or two other notable Scottish actors. Really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was one of them series where it has 2 stories. You've got like a main plot and a subplot. And I'm just, wow. Right, okay. The polite version is to have S, X, and G. Missed the E out just in case. To give you some advice on, shall we say, intimate relations and travel. Have you never heard it described like that before, dear?
Yes, I have. By you.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm laughing, because I know you say you. Oh God, forget it.
No. Go on.
No, you know me.
No, I want to know what you were saying.
You know, if you say it, then it's bound to be funny. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh. Hey, Heather.
I do apologise, people. I do have a stutter occasionally, which I am embarrassed about.
Heather arrived late, working on crochet mosaic blanket, getting close to a finish. So it's getting more time at present. Oh, cool. Okay. Right. Let me just sort out this thread, and then I think in a couple of minutes we'll be ready to start off on Sew and Tell.
You want some Sew and Tell?
We certainly do want some Sew and Tell. We want to see what people have been working on.
Sew and Tell. Where creativity.
Karaoke version. Oh my gosh, I made Andy laugh. What was it? A couple of days back. We've got a dog across the street.
Oh God.
And
it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday. You made me laugh with this.
And this dog has like a. She's only young. She's probably, well, she's less than 2 years old, so she's still but a puppy. But she's an Alsatian dog. And she's got a really deep bark.
A very gruff sounding bark.
Yeah,
it's
like
not a bark. It's like a. Well, I don't know how to describe it really. It's kind of like a
baritone.
Yeah.
And I said to Andy, I says, for those of you that's in the UK, you'll get this.
Yeah, if you're not in the UK, you might not understand this.
Yeah.
We can point you in the right direction.
And I said to Andy, I says, I'm pretty sure that that dog thinks it's Ronnie Pickering. Because every time a car goes past, it barks as if to say, don't you know who I am? Well, that Andy just fell about laughing.
So if you're in the UK and you're not familiar with Ronnie Pickering, you really should be.
Yeah.
If you're not in the UK,
just look it up on YouTube.
Just look it up on YouTube. Just search Ronnie Pickering, and you'll find the video we're talking about. Oh my God.
So Dante says, I get talking fast and stutter too. It's relatable. Maddie says, Andy, I have a stutter. You're not alone with being embarrassed by it. And Charlotte has a snack, a beverage. So let's get Sew and Tell started. Well, your wish, Charlotte, is my command. Andy, jingle, please.
Okay.
Okay, so since my phone did its update, I have this new and improved camera. So I am absolutely loving doing Sew and Tell at the moment because it looks awesome. So let's see what goes on. Well, Michelle says she has a cockapoo who's the same every time someone goes past. So you have a Ronnie Pickering as well. Come on.
Ronnie Pickering.
You know who I am? Ronnie Pickering.
Who's that?
Ronnie Pickering.
Yeah, me.
Brilliant. Love it. Hannah. Oh, no, she's gone back in the room already. Okay. Right then. Okay, let us take a look. I hope you have your bell at the ready, Andy, because I can see it already. I'm going to need some tinkling.
If you want some tinkling, you'll get some tinkling.
Okay, so we'll start with Jane. She says, hello everyone, I've been stitching on Dragon Star and this is the current progress. Sadly, no stitching this weekend, staying with friends, hoping to sneak into the stitch. So this is an owl forest embroidery design. And it's beautiful. Okay. And then she says, I have also reached a milestone. The top 4 pages of Tap Dancers by Long Dog Samplers is complete. And look at this, it's got some awesome colours in this. Super cool. Always like a milestone.
Yeah, because you get a bell.
Yep. First of many. Okay, Michelle says, here's my progress on Supersize The Amazing Animal Kingdom, Amy Stewart Heaven and Earth Designs. 1/1, full cross on 25 count Lugana, 2,207 stitches out of 764,235, and she's at 0.29%. Page 1, 2,207 less stitches to go. Awesome stuff. Keep on trucking. We'll look forward to seeing that one grow. Okay, Maria is busy working on her June bug, which is Shannon Christine's purple butterfly, and it's on 14 count Ada lamb's wool. So let me just zoom in a little bit here. We've got a really pretty butterfly needle minder as well. So cool. So if you're wondering what June bug is and you're in the group, click on the events tab. It's our monthly stitch along. The theme is June bug for June. So anything with an animal, an insect, a nature scene. And this, of course, counts wonderfully. It's a purple butterfly. Not massively big, 99 by 69 stitches, but it's a beautiful little piece. Yeah, it's perfect. Love that, Maria. Tori is busy stitching on the Pride flag by Vistas on Etsy, 25 count 1/1 full cross on some black Lugana. So this is Tori's second restart. She says, don't know why it took me so long to realise that all the floss tubers I've seen working on these flags began by outlining the motifs. Turns out I can't count. Okay. I'm hearing some rumblings from upstairs. And here is the mock-up of the flag. So this is Vivsters on Etsy. Okay. Jennifer, new start for one of her stitching challenge groups, Mini Mystical Cats, Ciro Marchetti. I'm just zooming a little bit there on the mock-up. And let's go and have a look at Jennifer's start. And there we go. So we've made a start on that, Jennifer. And looks like an Amy Stewart needle minder too. Could be wrong, but it looks to be. Awesome stuff. Kelly has finished her water lily. This one is fairly old, started in around 2010 or so. I used the sal to get it done, but no more June sal for me since Saturday the 14th. I'll be camping with my kids. That is awesome stuff. Very, very pretty that. I love that. I love the colours in it, Kelly. Really nice. And hey, it's a finish. Our Cheryl is busy working away on her Disney cross stitch, and we keep on going on this one, Cheryl. It's looking just fabulous. I'm just loving seeing this grow as it has done over these last sort of, few weeks and months. Absolutely brilliant. Sinead has been working on Cherry Blossom Creek. Pretty colours in that. Looks like Sinead is doing some colour completing. Let's have a look, because I think she shared a mock-up. It's a Gold Collection Dimensions. Pretty colours. Really, really pretty and bright. Love to see bright colours. Okay, Enid is busy working on this design from Av Lee Folk Embroidery Book on Ada canvas and some DMC and Cosmo threads. That is really sweet, Enid. Yeah, I just love the way Enid does lots of different ways of mounting and stitching as well. It's great. Lisa is working on a Haid sow after umpteen restarts. She's gone back to the standard 2/1 full cross 18 count Ada, and she's got lots of catching up to do in the second half of the year. And she is working on Jelly World.
Hey, Lily.
Yep.
Lauren is in the house.
In the house. That was
Okay.
not planned.
And there's the mock-up.
You can have Wi-Fi for it.
And there's the mock-up for Jelly World. Okay. Hannah is still busy working on her 4 seasons, and this is the progress that she's made, and she's hoping to finish summer this evening. I love that bear, he's so cute. Four seasons, of course, being by Jacek Yerka, Heaven and Earth Designs. And Hannah has indeed finished the crosses on her summer. That is beautiful. Nicely done, Hannah. Now the back stitch starts. Sarah is busy working on Minnie at the Watering Hole, Dragon Muse, 2/1 full cross on some 25 count easy grid, 31.56%.
Lovely.
Kathy has a finish. This is Beautiful Mermaid from Artisy. Isn't she just stunning? Amazing. Really, really pretty. It reminds me of a bit of Josephine Wall. Absolutely gorgeous. The colours are just so vibrant as well. Really, really pretty. Awesome stuffs. Okay, Joyce has a page done. And page 16 of her Chris Dunn that she's working on.
People love this bell, don't they?
Okay, keep calm and stick them with the pointy end. That's Joyce's little reminder.
I like that.
Liz says she's working on King Tutankhamun Theresa Tier Governor Kit 14 count Ada on a mission for a finish by September. Sorry, haven't worked out how to include a picky. So this is from my Facebook group, Liz. So if you're on Facebook, the group is called Simply a Stitcher and Friends. You're very welcome to join. If not, grab my email address from one of the other videos of mine, and you can always send me in an email if you're not on Facebook. Some people aren't. And Joyce has also finished page 17. You're trucking along with this one, Joyce, aren't you? And the mock-up is here. It is bedtime story, Chris Dunn, Paint-Free Crafts, and it's for Joyce's grandbaby to be. How long before the grandbaby's due now, Joyce? Vicky has a finish.
Hang on.
It's finished until Vicky knows the baby's name, and she'll present it at the shower. And then when the baby's born, she'll put in the stats and the name. And she thought this was nicer than a typical baby stitch. I agree. It's really nice, and it's quite cute. It means that it's just something unique, isn't it? Rather than the traditional baby samplers, it's something a little bit different, and we're all down for that, aren't we? So awesome stuff. Oh, Joyce's grandbaby's due end of October. And yes, indeed, Lizzie, Belle is indeed getting a workout. And Vicky has also tried her hand at sashiko. And this is a coaster in sashiko embroidery, which is a type of, I believe it's Japanese embroidery.
Sounds Japanese.
But yeah, awesome stuff. Viv is back on the Pale Elf. 6 stitches were holding her up. They are now sorted, and this is artwork by Chrisabug and charted by Thread Geeks, currently at 26.9%. It's looking good. And Viv has shared a mock-up. So this is the Pale Elf, and it's from Thread Geeks. So if this is your thing, Thread Geeks has got you covered. Okay, Brittany is working on World Travel Bookshelf by Haid. Artist Amy Stewart, stitching 1/110 on 40 count, currently at 0.42%. And Brittany has put in a little over 600 stitches this week, and this is where she started. I would be interested to see what an everyday object looks like at the side of this on 40 count, Brittany. You know, like, I don't know, like a pen or something. It would be quite interesting to see. And Brittany is currently at this stage. She's added in plenty more stitches there. I couldn't work on that. It's far too small for me, but awesome. And here is the mock-up. And Brittany's starting from bottom left. Only because I recognise the sunflowers. So, yeah, World Travel Bookshelf. Oh, cool. Oh, excuse me. Patsy is busy working on her Old Craft Room. Ciro Marchetti, stitched on 20 count Ada. 2/1, and she's at 8.35%. Oh, for scale, says Brittany, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, next time that you put one up, Brittany, next time you do a progress picture, just pop something on for scale, because I'd be interested to see. And Patsy has shared the mock-up. This is just such a bright and vibrant piece. And as you progress on this one, Patsy, it's going to be beautiful. I love the kitty cat there fast asleep in the sewing machine. Isn't that just the cutest thing? Okay. Okay, Senga is busy working on her brand new kit, the Bee by Gecko Rouge. So I've got my bee out for Junebug, 100 stitches a day. I'm doing extra on it. I tell you, Senga, the wings Make sure you've got good light to do them. Today for Carla, no stitches, 36 degrees. I go and see you in my computer outside. That looks like an absolutely fabulous terrace, barbecue and everything. I'm coming. I'll bring my stitching. I'm coming, Carla.
You don't take no persuading, do you?
Nope. I don't take no persuading whatsoever. Kay is busy working on the Watto Biz Dragon Eye Sow, and she's at 3,507 out of 76,176 stitches, or 4.6%. And Maddie, so we've got a couple of posts in here from Maddie. So she started the Trimmets butterfly for the June bug, but posting here on lives as well. I'll be posting a mix up and another new start in my own comment. Yeah, we're going to have a look. Okay, so here is the mock-up for the Trimmets butterfly that Maddie's doing, which is beautiful. Carla says, yes, she'll wait for me. Brilliant. I'm on the plane. And then Maddie's next start is this one, Aurora Cabin, a Dimensions kit. I'm just having a look. Okay, so Aurora Cabin is one of those Dimensions Gold ones that has the stitch it with 2 strands, 3 strands, 6 strands, whatever. And she has made a start, and there we go. Great start, Maddie. Cool. Where do you get what, Patsy? Aurora Cabin? I've no idea. You might just have to take a Google on that one. Aurora Cabin cross stitch kit dimensions. Alice, taking a break from out of Africa for a bit. The back stitch is doing a heading and making it feels like a chore. I'm now stitching this very bright, chunky printed cross stitch cat, which requires very little concentration. Sometimes we just need a what I call a mindless stitch on the go. There you go, Amazon Patsy.
The bell's dried up.
Okay, Natalie is working on afternoon tea, and we are now at 10.5%. So we have 10.
Oh, just as I say that.
You see, there you go.
See? Maybe I should say it more often. The bell might get rung a bit more.
So milestone reached. And here is the mock-up for afternoon tea. So it's a Heaven and Earth design, a Randall Spangler. So definitely when we get to a 10% on a Haid, we are having a jingly jingly. Okay. And Danny is busy working on her Neon Cat by Artisy, Trina Clark, 43.38%. And wow, those colours are popping in this one. Let's grab a quick drink. Don't laugh at me, guys. I've actually got toothache. I haven't got a tooth in my head, but I've got toothache tonight.
Did I just hear you said you got toothache?
That's
Yeah.
weird, that, isn't it?
It's not teeth, actually. It's my gum at the back hurts. I think I've had a blocked saliva gland.
Well, you might have, actually.
You know when I've been dry at night?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Gail is busy working away on her tiger. It's looking brilliant, Gail. Look at that eye. Fabulous. Just boop to snoot.
Did you say boop the snoot?
Yeah, boop to snoot. And we have a finish. Claire has finished this Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club, diamond painting. I don't want to turn it so too much because it will just, let me just find what it's called. Alice in the Starry Night. So look at that. Awesome stuff. So you definitely get a bell for that one. Brilliant. Jasmine Beckett Griffith, Diamond Art Club, Do What Makes You Sparkle. Okay. Jennifer has restarted a stitching shelf, Amy Stewart, charted by Haid. She's restarted on 20 count Ada. Feels better stitching on Ada than even weave right now. Yeah, sometimes that's just the way. I quite like the fact that my projects are a mixture of both because I'm not always stitching on 25 count. You know, there's lots of variety. So sometimes we just need that, don't we? It keeps things refreshed. And Jennifer, of course, has shared the mock-up. And, of course, we are familiar with a stitching shelf. I love mine. Love my stitching shelf. I think it might be out this coming week. Yeah, just let me check. I have a feeling it may be.
Just let me check.
Just let me check. Right, let's have a check up and just make sure we haven't missed any comments. Doesn't tell me so. I hope I've captured everybody's comments. Turn off commenting. Okay. But yeah, some awesome work. So everybody that's contributed to Sew and Tell, thank you very, very much. These works that you've been doing is absolutely stunning. I'm loving seeing all of your works and the beautiful finishes as well that have been coming through too. Quick whiz down the group. Another one, page finish. Lighthouse Night by Dorian Spencer Davis, Gecko Rouge. So this is for Heather. And what else have we got? And another one, Charlotte, page B finished of Symphony. Finished.
Oh, sorry.
Awesome stuff. Oh, came out of the group there. Wait a minute. Okay. Dahlia has finished this beautiful project. Finish. I think it's a stamped piece, but I couldn't swear to it. Okay, I did just see another one in there. Sorry, just bear with. Yes, there it is. So this is Liz's Tutankhamun. Here he is out of the sarcophagus. That is awesome. I love that. I love ancient Egypt stuff, me. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for managing that one, Liz. Let's see, where were we? Of course, I just did see a post from Norma, which I also wanted to show. Senga start. Norma's goal for June was to stitch at least 100 a day, and she's put in 1,312 stitches this week of this beautiful project that she's working on. And I thought it had some beads in it, but doesn't, well, not at this stage anyway. And it's a, beautiful colours. And here is the finished piece, which will be one gorgeous kitty cat. Look at that. What do you think, Andy?
Ah.
Beautiful.
We like a good cat on this channel, don't we?
Yes, we do like Stitchy Buddies as well. Kay has just received her Christmas chart from Cross Stitch Studio. It's Rosie Santa. She's not in tonight, but it'd be nice to when we see that come up. And of course, I get a bell as well because I got 25% on Symphony. Thank you, dear. So yeah, that truly is everything from Sew and Tell. So as I said, guys, thank you guys very, very much indeed. Really, really fabulous of you all to share your wonderful stitching with us. So thank you. Okay, now back to Rivendell Castle.
Indeed.
Okay. There we are. Oh, I do love Sew and Tell. You guys are just all so awesome in it. It's really, really good.
Yeah, listen, you have a bunch of talented stitchers right there.
I do. There's definitely a bunch of talented stitchers in the group, isn't there?
And this is the same group that will probably tell you it's just following a pattern.
Well, Kelly says there are a bunch of sew.
You want to start that again?
Yeah. Kelly says we are just a bunch of show-offs.
Yeah, but if you're good at something, you show it off.
Absolutely. And Enid says, so awesome.
It is awesome. You should be proud of yourselves, all of you. Take it from me.
There you go. High praise from Andy.
Yeah. Yeah, high praise from me.
Yep, Sandy, agree. A lovely mixture. We've got some real nice stuff, haven't we? There's kits and there's charts and there's full coverage and there's non-full coverage and there's samplers and and it's just, I find it fascinating, me, people's taste and style. I absolutely find it fascinating.
It's
fascinating. Charlotte says sometimes she doesn't follow a pattern. Good. Absolutely. Good. Sometimes freestyling is the way to go.
Freestyling.
Kelly says, I think the best part is that the projects are all a great mix of pretty much everything. Yeah. You've got fantasy. You've got ones that look more reality. You've got, like I said, full coverage, non-full coverage, samplers, full cross, half cross, black work, diamond painting, all kinds of stuff. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, you guys are just so, enjoy to put stuff on there as well. I just love to share it. We're all a little bit stitchy. Gail says, thank you, Andy. Very kind.
You're welcome.
Of course, Andy's my personal cheerleader.
I do my best.
You absolutely do your best.
I can't promise everything, but, I do my best.
You cheerlead me very well enough.
I try.
You do cheerlead me well enough. Andy tells me I look weird without stitching in my hands. And we were having this very strange discussion earlier, weren't we?
What?
We were discussing about nipping to the loo and how long and how much time out of your day it takes and how much of stitching time is wasted just by nipping for a tinkle. It's quite funny that.
We worked on an average of 5 minutes.
5 times a day.
5 minutes, 5 times a day, right?
Yeah.
Which
is 25. Get your calculator out.
We've already done it, haven't we?
Yeah, but you did it in your head. 25 multiplied by 365.
My mental maths is absolutely balls, but you know what?
Yeah. 25 multiplied by 365.
9125.
Divide that by 60. What do you get?
Hang on. Just a minute. 9125.
Yeah, divided by 60. What's the answer?
152.08.
We were definitely off earlier then, weren't we?
Did we do that right? 25 minutes a day.
Yeah.
365
5 days in a year.
9,125 minutes.
Yeah, so if you divide that by 60, you get the time in hours.
Oh, so it's 152 hours, not 15.
152 hours on average. We worked it out an average of 5 minutes, 5 P's a day. So
And divide that by days, it's nearly a week.
Yeah.
It's 6.3.
So, yeah, we spend 6.3 days a year just having a wee. Andy says that we're missing stitchy time. Hubby says, congrats to all who finished their knitting and got a bell.
Lauren's looking at me
As
very
I do
strangely
so
now.
much crafting, he calls it old knitting.
6.3 days a year you spend on the bog.
We worked out, if you go to the loo 5 times a day, if you spend an average of 5 minutes having a tinkle or whatever, right, that over the course of a year, you would spend
6.3 days on the bog.
how many hours?
152.
152 hours.
Probably be more for me, considering I'm on my phone on my tablet.
That's Hannah. That
But
does
yeah,
that.
but we're talking an average because
Hannah's used the,
you
uses the
don't
reading
pee
room.
that much. I pee a lot. Anyway, does he have the pom pom? Says Patsy. Probably.
Somewhere. I kind of lost them actually.
Kelly says if I drank less water, I could get a lot more done. Dante says Michelle, mine calls it knitting or crochet too. I have to fight him to death every time he does. Enid says take cross stitch with you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you could sit on the bog and cross stitch, couldn't you? Why do we think of that?
Lol says Michelle, I just call him going to playgroup when he goes to flying club. On the bog is my new phrase now, says Vicky. Yeah. It's funny though, isn't it, what you get to talking about? And Andy was just like, gosh, all that time you could have spent stitching.
Are you talking about food yet?
Right, so
No.
I've just searched this in Google to see.
But you have got congratulations, you know,
Nikki,
your weight loss.
I've just searched on Google to see what they say how long you spend on the bog, and it says 73 hours. So your average of 5 minutes might be a little bit off.
Well, yeah, but I've been generous because I allow 5 minutes on average for you to go and to, you know, for us women, we have to disrobe and sit and be seated for the whole performance. And then once you finish, you have to do all the other things, the toilet of, you know, a little, so we say, pat down and wash your hands and all that stuff. So I think I'm generous.
So
And even then, Google's not always right.
right, so this says, right, I'll read it verbatim. On average, a person spends about 73 hours a year on the toilet, equivalent to about 10 days. This is based on the assumption of 1 bowel movement per day, with each session lasting about 12 minutes.
What?
Some sources estimate that individuals spend upwards of 182 hours in the bathroom annually, according to a report on bathroom habits.
All right, okay.
This includes time spent brushing teeth, showering, and other bathroom activities.
Right, okay. So did it say 10 days?
10 days.
70 odd hours?
73.
Mr. Google Pants maths is off.
Why?
Because in 10 days, there are 240 hours.
Yeah, there are, aren't there?
Like I just said.
So
Google's
Mr.
not
Fancy
always
Google
right.
Pants isn't quite as fancy
Yeah,
pants.
73 hours. Yeah, 73 hours is just over 3 days, isn't it?
Unless they're talking about waking hours, an average of 7 or 8 waking hours per day.
Maybe.
Could be. But even that's quite short.
Anyway, who spends 12 minutes on the bog?
Not me, for sure.
12 minutes.
Kelly, going to head out now and sew some long seams onto the wolf quilt, trying to get the quilt top finished. No worries at all, Kelly. Thank you for coming in. It's been fabulous to have you. And hope to see you before or during camping or however it happens. But if not, have fun.
I'm going to go back to our music now.
73 hours a year anyway, that's about right. But 12 minutes each time sounds wrong, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, what you're doing, using the bathroom as a reading room.
Well, Hannah does that.
Well, yeah, I know Hannah does that, but you know, my brother used to do that. He used to use the bathroom as a reading room. He was terrible for it. He used to take Sunday papers.
Got some interesting articles here to go with this. One says, don't sit on the bog for more than 10 minutes.
Well, no, because it's all to do with muscles and...
Yeah, in weakened pelvic muscles. Apparently.
Yeah. Since many stitches have a travel stitch, why can't you just keep a bathroom stitch? It might just work. True that. It'd have to be something on plastic canvas, though, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want canvas, fabric in there. Legs would go numb, says Michelle. That's true.
This is oh. Come on.
Using the bog in Japan apparently takes 10 minutes just to read the instructions or translate the picture diagrams. Yes.
So, between men and women, this is a good one. Men on average spend about 855.8 days of their lives in the bathroom. Women spend 770.8.
That's because men, when they go to the loo, use it as a reading room. Unless your name's Hannah. My Hannah. Interesting point to ponder, though, isn't it? How long we actually spend in the bathroom. And if you're a cleanaholic, you'd spend far longer in there, wouldn't you?
You would.
I think I worked out a sensible average there of, 5 times a day, 5 minutes per time.
Some people are quicker than others, what can I say?
Some people are cactuses as well.
Yeah, like me. I don't drink a lot, do I?
You don't drink enough.
Yes, but I'm not dehydrated. So, I guess...
Okay, so
Alright.
how do you know you're not dehydrated?
Because my pee is the right colour.
Your pee should be pale as pale can be.
It is.
It's not, it's orange.
No. Why are we discussing my bodily fluids on this stream?
Because occasionally you might not bother flushing if I'm nipping in after you, which is saving water. So that's how I know.
There is nothing wrong with my pee.
Okay then. You're definitely a cactus though.
I am a cactus. And I'm not dehydrated.
Lauren gets up sometimes and leaves the house without even going to the bathroom. And then comes back in at 4 o'clock, literally running upstairs.
Lauren can't hear us at the minute, so we can say... Oh,
We can talk about her.
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Right, come on, we can talk about Lauren. She's not listening. Huh? What?
It's
Eh?
all right, I'm not talking about you. All right. Go on, go back to your thing, whatever you were doing.
Listen to Nickelback.
Oh, listening to Nickelback, right, okay. All good fun. Anyway.
Yeah.
What's my next colour? Oh, it's a single colour. Woo. This is a nice stitch, this Rivendell. It's quite nice. Oh, I need to bring my light back over. There we go. Oh my days. Ooh. Tired today. I slept in till 8
You know
till...
what he said about some things being a work?
Yeah. What else is a word?
I slept in till turn 7 yesterday morning,
Isn't a work.
which is late for me.
It's not a work.
Have you considered that him saying that might be a work?
Have you considered it might just be the power of the WWE universe?
And then I was up early this morning as usual because I had
I have not
done some overtime today and I wanted to get up early to get my stitches in. Start off the day with my bee.
Him saying that might be a work as well.
I don't think that's a work.
I'm doing quite well on the bee. Do you want to see? Anybody want to see what a bee looks like?
I want to see.
There we go.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's coming on, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dokie, Patsy, I'll bring it down in a sec.
Well, you must know I'm not doing much at the minute because I finished writing Smithwood.
Okay,
As
so
you can see, I've got some bits and bobs.
these 100 stitches a day, I've been putting in some of the wing and some of the out, taking in turns. But I want to fill in this wing.
Singapore.
So I'm just really pleased with how it's looking.
Why?
But you definitely need good light to fill in these bits of wing. They are hard to see. They are hard to see. But tomorrow, this is a little blue flower here. Tomorrow I'm going to carry on working down this, and then the following day I might put in a bit more on the blue. You know, that sort of do a day on the wing, a day off the wing kind of thing. Because otherwise I just get bogged down with doing this wing. But everything there is done. So all of that part of the and the line is done. But I've just got this one last section of the wing to fill in. But they're just so, the colours are just so beautiful in it, I can't even. Really beautiful colours in the wing. Whew. Excuse me.
So and tell.
But it's nice doing 100 stitches a day on it. It's so by the end of this month, 30 days of September, so I'll get 3,000 stitches on it end of this month. And it's going to have some rotation time as well. And then I thought for July's monthly sale, I would do it as winter stroke Christmas in July, because then you might not necessarily have a Christmassy piece, but you might have a wintry one. And I'm thinking of Ice Dragon for that. Well, that didn't work, did it? Senga says, I'm loving working on it. Yeah, it's a nice stitch. But to be fair, I don't think I've had a Gecko Rouge that isn't a nice stitch. Oh, I don't know if you saw Glenn put out a post about budgies. He's going to send them in boxes now so that they don't get crushed. Because I did see another floss tuber had one, and it was a bit crushed. So that will be good.
That's good.
I do have a Christmas one I was planning for July. Oh, cool. You see, I don't think I've got anything particularly Christmas themed apart from Christmas Cat. But Christmas Cat will be focused for a finish quite soon. So I figured if I did winter stroke Christmas, so either or, then I could use Ice Dragon, couldn't I? Because it's snow scene. You should be able to nearly finish your Ice Dragon, that's what I hope so. I hope so. It's, to be fair, Ice Dragon is a fairly tough stitch because it's on black fabric and it's even weave 2/1. And by the time I've done, rotation stitches in it, it's exhausting just doing the rotation stitches, if that makes sense, because I have to concentrate quite hard. So yeah, so doing the 100 stitches a day will be child's play, really. Senga's got Snow Dragon Hade. Yep, that would fit. Black fabric looks great, but it's so difficult. Yes. And thankfully, there's only one piece I've got on black. Frosty Forest for Charlotte. Yeah, that'll work. See, winter stroke Christmas, I think that does work, doesn't it? It gives a bit more scope. And if, you know, doing 100 stitches, I pledge to do at least 100 stitches a day, but obviously if you want to do more, you do more. It just keeps that progress ticking on, which is what I want, really. Ideally, I want to, you know, win the lottery and retire, but it's not going to happen, is it? And I did buy a ticket. I bought a ticket this week, but we didn't win. I'll still be doing it at the steps, but it's raining, so it could be classed as winter or spring or summer for that. But Christmassy colours. Christmassy colours, Michelle. Because that's got really bright dual colours in it, hasn't it? So we'll call that Christmas colours. I never win, but keep trying, says Sandy. Yeah. Like I said, I went halfway and bought a ticket this week. It didn't help. Someday my ship will come in, but my luck, I'll be at the airport. What do you reckon, love? Hey, Tori. How are you doing this evening? I've seen your wonderful picture of your pride flag. How's the counting going? You know, it's funny. I'm looking at this, looking at it in real life, and then looking at it through the screen. I can see the tree branch here, but I can't see it in real life, if that makes sense. It just looks like a brown splotch. My ship came in once, says Michelle. It was a dinghy with a hole in it. Hi, Celia. How are you doing? How's the shoulder? I hope you're doing okay. And Tori's trying to stay out of the heat. Plan. We're trying to get some here. It was nice last month. This month in June, the weather's been shocking in comparison. Celia's in Norway visiting with her dad. Oh, that sounds nice. I hope you're having a good time over in Norway. Counting's getting better. Oh, good. He'll turn 89 tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday to him. Give him our happy birthday good wishes, Celia. Tell him there's a whole bunch of women on the internet that's wishing him a happy birthday, and guys as well, if there's any guys knocking about in here tonight, as well as Andy. Yes, do wish him many happy returns from us all. He is very poorly. He's had 3 strokes this past year. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Celia, but fingers crossed he'll have a lovely day tomorrow, and I'm sure having you with him will make all the difference. Perhaps he's just going to get into fluffy jammies and put the heated blanket on. Cool. Hannah, can I just say, backstitch looks fab, but drives me mad. I agree. Strongly agree. When I have a model stitch, they're usually back stitch heavy, and I try and do it as I go along. Otherwise, you get stuck with it at the end, don't you? Tori loves Norway. He's been several times. Yeah, I spent some time in Oslo, wasn't it, Andy? Oslo. Yeah. We went to Oslo, and then we had a cruise down to Denmark. We went to Copenhagen. And we nipped across to Malmo in Sweden as well. Across the Øresund Bridge, no less. Yes, Oslo, it was full of snow.
Very cold.
Actually, it wasn't as cold as the UK when we have snow, I don't think.
It wasn't as cold as Copenhagen.
No, Copenhagen was freezing, but there was no snow. Yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed our time in Oslo. Apart from the Munch Museum, but we'll not talk about that.
It's not a scream, it's a dog if you look at it properly.
It's a spaniel.
It's a spaniel, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just talking about the fact that the flipping thing was showing online as open, and we get there and the damn thing was closed because I couldn't go and see this painting that I wanted to go and see. But there we go. Not talking about that much. Yes, I remember sitting in McDonald's with you just every so often, just having a warm cup of tea.
Yeah.
Or a hot chocolate or whatever, because, oh my gosh. But then that shit was lovely. Can you remember what it's called?
No.
I have a lot of backstitch for my current project, trying to fool my brain by calling it black work. Yep, plan. Michelle has to say goodnight. I thought you'd all gone quiet on me, then I realised my earbuds have gone flat. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. All right, Michelle, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And we'll speak soon. All right, you take care. Carla says just have to go to Portugal. We certainly do. And I'm pretty sure that you guys are in the group have seen Michelle's news about George as well. George being the tumour that she had removed. Let me just squeak that in a little bit. There we go. You have a house and a guide in Portugal. Oh, great. And we can go to the Cafe Nicola, can't we? And take stitching. When Hannah shows up, I'll tell her there's a picture for her attention in the group as well. Lizzie says, sorry, I went to sleep. Oh, not to worry. I have something about my voice then. Must let you drift off. No worries, Lizzie. If you're tired, you're tired. Your body tells you need sleep, you need sleep. Maddie says going to see I'm going to be seeing How to Train Your Dragon tomorrow. Oh, cool. I'm just going to work. And Asda. Hannah's working tomorrow. She's doing some overtime. Hey, Simone. Vicky had a breast surgery and no abnormalities. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I knew there was something I meant to ask you, Vicky, from last week. So I'm really, really glad to hear that. I mean, you guys know about the scare I had last year. And that is fabulous news. Carla says as well, and Andy doesn't have to drive on the wrong side of the street because he would have a chauffeur. Oh, excuse me. How many stitches of that can I see? Plenty.
Something like that.
Awesome news, Victoria. Really, really happy to read that. Mm. 3371. Where are you, 3371? There you are.
I don't know. Where is 337?
It's a big relief, isn't it? You know, when you get some good news. I don't look on the job searching front, says Maddie. What are you looking for, Maddie? Anything in particular? And, you know, are you looking just in Sheffield, or are you able to travel or into Rotherham, for example? Because I can always keep a lookout. Trouble is, at this time of year, all the kids who are leaving school are trying to get work as well. Hey, Hannah. Oh, no, she can't hear me yet. I don't know what she's doing up there, but it sounds like the house is about to come down around her ears. It's difficult because I can do bus, tram, any transport. I can't stand being late, but with transport, that's difficult. Yes, it can be unreliable sometimes, can't it? But what kind of work are you looking for? Are you looking for clerical, shop work, you know, factory, food service? What kind of thing, sort of thing are you after? I know somebody, I saw somebody on Facebook said that they'd been trying to get work and they put a post out on Facebook group, and she actually put in a post, please do not tell me to try Indeed. I've sent out 30 applications in the last couple of weeks, and nobody, not one person, has gotten back to her, which I think is awful. Hannah. Hannah. I swear to God, this kid's got cloth ears. Hannah. There's a picture for your attention in a Facebook group. You're going to come out and say, what? Then I'm going to call her a deaf Jeff. Any job would do. I have 7 years customer service front desk. I've experience with animals as well, blah, 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 cats and dogs and mental health. Right, okay. I'll keep my ear to the ground. I mean, I work for, I can't say who I work for because there's security concerns, but I work for a large organisation that are based in the centre of Sheffield, or has an office in the centre of Sheffield. But I will see if there's anything going for you. Yeah, I'll keep my ear to the ground for you, Maddie. You want to send me a friend request on Facebook as well? We can have a chat. I know you're in the group, so if you want to send me a friend request, do so. We'll have a chat, and I'll see what I can see if I can help in any way. I don't know how it is in England, but they're always really short on carers where I am. Yeah, it's the same here, Patsy. But it's a lot of work for not a lot of money. And it's back-breaking, soul-destroying as well. Sheffield works, I can take on bus to town centre, and if I need to be trained, I'm faster than. Yeah, you see, what more can you ask for? And, you know, if it's somewhere close to home, you know, in your town, it's even better, isn't it? And you know, I mean, my work is hybrid. Well, I'm actually on a remote contract, but you know, some people are hybrid, so you know, you may not even have to traipse in every day if you worked at where I work. My daughter started as a carer and is an OP now. Yeah, it's just hard though, Patsy. I mean, I did it when me and Andy were first together after ex-husband, and I worked nights and I worked, you know, 50 and 60 hours a week, and it was just so difficult. I think Ronnie Pickering's out, Andy. Oh, cool. Thanks, Maddie. My hat goes off to carers paid and underpaid, or worked and underpaid who couldn't do their job. Yeah. I mean, we also, you know, helped to take care of my stepdad, and it's, you know, we were just talking to him today about maybe he should see if he can't get up here to live up here, closer to me. I mean, he's only a couple of miles away, to be fair, but still, you know, I can't get to him in a hurry. He could do with being closer to me, if that makes sense. I'm not doing an awful lot of stitching on this today. It's definitely been a bit more sedate. I don't know if I've done 200 stitches, but of course, so and tell I think was a bit longer as well, wasn't it? Plenty to show. Really, really nice to have loads to show in show and tell. Oh, I have made 200, just over. Let's see what else we can get put in between now and the end of stream. The cat's ringing the bell.
The cat's just rung the bell. Cheers for that, Angel. You complete and utter, you know what?
She's a Twillock.
A Twillock?
Yeah.
Not what I call them. I wouldn't be anywhere near as
Polite.
no. It would be the CBB's version.
Oh yeah, she's a daft bat, she really is. She'll very often come and just sit next to me and just meow in my ear. Until I've got nothing for her and she goes off in a mard. She's reached a milestone, says Carla.
And what would that milestone be?
on the fourth round of snap for day.
Oh dear.
Fourth round of dinner.
Cat soon have them.
Well,
Silly bleeders like us.
742 stitches for Senga. A lot of colour changes in the wings. Yes, there are.
I am going to have to go for it.
Milestone for snacks. There you go. Just tell Hannah that Carla's put a photo in the Simply Stitcher group for her.
Okay.
For her attention.
Just going to go and spend my customary 5 minutes.
What, your 5 minutes 5 times a day?
Yeah.
Okay. My daughter came for the weekend to take me to my surgery and I sent her home with cross stitching. She's hooked now. Oh, brilliant.
Oh, never mind.
Sounds like Hannah's jumped the gun. Oh dear. She's another Twillock. How are you deciding what to stitch next when I end a thread? So what I'm doing is, I'm doing this kind of typewriter method. But you know how typewriter method, you take the top left stitch and you work in that row? I'm doing it in the block of 10. So the leftmost stitch in the block of 10, top to bottom. So my next stitch, empty one, is there. So I shall be having a look and see what thread colour belongs there. And then, because everything to the left of where my needle is complete, 10 stitches down to where my needle is. So it's kind of typewriter method. But it's typewriter method using a block of 10 as opposed to just a single line, because Stitchy Mommy does the typewriter method just with a single line, but I'm extra. I'm going to be off one of those crafters that encourages tons of crafty creativity to my nephew. Yes, you should be. Kids aren't creative enough these days. They'll spend the time behind electronics. Excellent. I was wondering if that was it. Yes, yeah. It's kind of block capitals of typewritering, isn't it? And then I'm just using up the thread where I can, because I'm trying not to park if I can help it, because this is going to be a confetti heavy piece. It's the Nicola method. I use it actually on quite a lot of my pieces. It just seems to work. it's just kind of a method I've fallen into. I don't know. It's like I've always said, pieces tell you how they want to be stitched. I was thinking it's going to be an Amy Stewart this week. Pretty sure it is. I have got coming out Magpie, Stitching Shelf, Cosmic Marvels, and Lord of the Rings Stained Glass this week. So that'll be good. It is what our brains figure out. It is. And you know, everybody says about, oh, you know, lines and hook marks and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I never worry about that. Never worry about it. Because when I washed it and it's ironed and settled, it's all good. Somebody said about doing all my blended threads last, and nice idea, but the problem is that would leave lots of gaps, and I like to have the blocks filled in rather than, you know, having to go back to them. Any news on She Sleeps? Nope, not yet. Hopefully soon. I think Hannah just cut you dead.
Yeah.
No, well, she'll get cutting you dead when I get on her.
Don't ask me to talk to her again.
Anyway, we have to sadly wrap things up for tonight. Because we've run over. That's 233 stitches, which is a good evening's work. So thank you all very much indeed for watching, joining in, working on Sew and Tell, and all the rest of it. It's absolutely awesome. I love doing these live streams, and if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing them. So thank you all. So I will see you guys on Wednesday, all being well. And if you're not able to make Wednesday, of course, Sunday. No disco tonight. Sunday, and of course I will release my floss tube on Tuesday and my stitch with me's on Thursday and Saturday. Ugh. So take care, and I will see you on the next one, everybody. Bye bye for now.